Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm showing you how I sanded all of my kitchen cabinets to prep them for painting. First, I had to get some leftover adhesive off of a couple of doors from a failed organization attempt that I made. So I'm using some crud cutter and spraying that on there and letting it soak for about 10 minutes, and then I will scrape it all off. And next I'm just going to clean all of the cupboards really well with an all-purpose spray and degreaser. I sprayed them all over with Lysol and let it sit for about 10 minutes. And then I washed them all off with a clean, damp rag. I did go back over the adhesive one more time just to be sure it was smooth. So once everything was all cleaned, it was time for me to sand, and I used a DeWalt hand sander with a square pad, and the sandpaper is 150 grit and it's a quarter sheet. And basically I'm trying to get all of the flat surfaces as well as I can with the hand sander, and then I go back in by hand to do all of the edges and corners. And you don't have to press very hard while you're doing this because you really just want to remove shine. So just as long as you're getting a little bit of, as long as you're roughing it up just a little bit, you should be good to go. Okay, so these are the cabinets that are done. These I did the fronts and backs, but I need to do by hand. You guys saw me go back by hand and do along the edges because there's just no way that a little sander can go over those. And you can see there's no more shine on there, so that should hold the primer really well. And then I've got to do this one. This one goes in the corner, and I think I'm going to do it all by hand because I'm afraid I'm going to hurt it if I go over it with my little hand sander. This corner piece was really the hardest because it doesn't want to lay flat, but I was able to make it work by sanding it by hand, and I actually finished it quicker than I thought I would. And lastly, it was time to wash them all off. So I got a big bowl of hot water with 1 or 2 drops of Dawn dish soap and a clean damp rag, and just washed away any of the dust or residue that was left on the cupboard doors. Here I am back upstairs in the kitchen, and I have to repeat the same process in the cabinet bodies. So I use my Lysol and wipe up the tops of the cupboards first because it was very dusty. I had to go over it twice. So I sprayed all of the tops, let it sit, wiped it all off, and then sprayed again, waited, and wiped it all off again. Now I'm only painting the outsides of the cupboards, so I'm going around the sides and sanding them and sanding the top and undersides, and I'm sanding any trim that would show if the cupboard doors are shut. I'm not going to do the inside shelves or any of the inside trim in there. And then once that's done, it just needs to be wiped off again before priming. So I hope you guys like this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!